This eco-tourism center in northeast Rwanda is staffed by people who used to make a living poaching from the nearby Volcanoes National Park. Their knowledge of the rainforest is now shared through music and dance. Volcanoes National Park was the first conservation area ever created in Africa. It protects a vast and vital forest ecosystem, one of the last refuges of the mountain gorilla. Balancing the needs of the environment and the local population has always been a big issue. Economist Glenn Bush is working in the national park, researching the ways in which local people can generate income by protecting the environment.
I think we have to put conservation in a bigger setting, and that's, you know, what does conservation actually contribute to development and sustainable development? If we look at the national park here, at the Volcanoes National Park, we've got a big benefit from tourism, but that's only really part of the story. We've got to look at what are the local level costs and benefits for people living next to the national park.
Rwanda is one of the most densely populated places on Earth, and around 85% of its population relies on agriculture to survive.
Some of the costs that we tend to think about are people's lost opportunities in terms of land lost for agriculture. The local people would obviously like to have more land. It's an incredibly densely populated area.
The ever-growing population places huge stresses on the environment. The expansion of agriculture causes deforestation, soil erosion, and soil degradation. But for local people, it's hard to find alternative ways of making a living.
I think it's essential, especially in a country like Rwanda with such a high population density. Agriculture cannot be the answer for everybody in the future. We're going to have to find alternative livelihoods for people. And so if we can pay people to conserve natural resources, there's an obvious opportunity there to develop an alternative livelihoods approach.
The government can pay people to protect the environment, but turning the park's ecological value into ready cash is proving much more difficult.
In the short term, local people cannot generate income from the ecosystem service values of the park. People understand what the trees bring in terms of soil and water conservation and the contribution of these ecosystem services to their livelihoods. The problem for them is realising a tangible benefit from that.
It's clear that global level thinking is needed. The forest's role in combating global warming is beginning to be recognised as a potential income stream.
Looking globally, then we've got the sort of carbon benefits and the contribution that these tropical forests contribute to mitigating the effects of climate change. And this is bringing new hope for those local communities. There's a lot of political will now to finance forest conservation through climate change initiatives that are currently being developed. Hopefully this is going to bring money directly to the field, to local households to improve their livelihoods as an incentive for them to conserve these tropical forests. If we don't tackle the human dimension of conservation, then we can't conserve the ecosystems for future generations. And I think it's only through trying to mainstream conservation and development that we can really encourage the investments that need to happen at the local level to really make the difference in people's lives.
Bigeze nyuma tuba tubonye umugiraneza ari we Duini aricyo yaduhurizemo twebwe abahigi kugira ngo tutazongera gusubira mu isamba badusakire inkunga y'udufaranga kwimpoza amarira kugira ngo twibagirane kuzasubira mu isamba kugira ngo tuze tudufatiriza imiryango. Goma.